Well, I knew this was coming out soon. I didn't know it would be coming out today. I'm getting ready to do my Genshin stream. I'm eating dinner right now. Anywho, here is the Golden Epic PV. Life Awakens from the Night. I wonder if this is going to be one of those trailers that they said will be tied into the story or not. Who knows? Anywho, it's going to be Castorice related. Let's start by reading the description. Not much of a long intro today. But I do see a long description. I love seeing a long description. Between a touch and farewell, I've seen the world. The blizzard melts in my palm. The deities close their eyes in spring. I've known them all too well. Regrets linger after the embrace. Pain burns in love, and grief echoes beneath the clamor. I've heard from them. Hands keep falling in battle against the great foes. In combat against the gold, engulfed in sorrow. In war against the speechless black tide. They sing to defy death. They sing to preserve the life of memories. They sing the flight path to distant seas of flowers. They say we must depart from there to seek our destiny. Reaching out, I beg of you, please, don't dwell in that fleeting moment between touch and farewell. Who will write the poem called Castorice? Not me. I'm busy. I don't like writing poetry as much as I used to. Melody Muse is Castorice. Well, that was indeed a long-winded description. It was very poetic. And it feels like there's a few allusions to a few characters. The Sea of Flowers is mentioned all the time by Tribi. Preserve Life of Memories, that makes me think of the Remembrance Path as a whole. Particularly Fu Li. Sing to defy death. That could mean anything. And they say we must depart there to seek our destiny. Which could refer to the Flame Chase as a whole. This is about a 4-minute trailer. Let's give it a watch through. And perhaps, after we give it a watch through, we'll break it down and analyze the hell out of it.
You once wished to leave behind a snowflake for her.
Reaching out, I beg you. Oh, that was
but your hands didn't know how to draw the shape of life.
I wonder if this is an in-game cutscene.
Warmth lasts for but a moment, but the cold is endless.
That's the same girl we saw from the other trailer.
Like how your death-worshipping hometown now sleeps soundly in the blizzard of the long night.
Everyone's
like
dead.
How the ocean, haunted by trickery, stirred up stormy waves.
There goes Nikador.
The sky, pierced blind by their lightning spear, spilled blood and tears. The titans who suffocated
Oh, did Nikador take out all of the eyes in the sky?
Enter death's embrace. You don't know why life blossoms. Only because the butterfly of the nether realm has already landed on the searching black tide, on the bloodthirsty blade.
That's a cocoon.
On your fingertips.
Oh, I love the black veil.
Our death. So, in the land of death, I dare not look at the garden of life. I fear that promises may be broken after they're made. Tears may follow after a smile. And then an eternal farewell may follow an embrace.
Kind of sad. I'm not a big fan of the long goodbye myself.
To have stayed in place and never had anything at all.
I consider that to be a worse.
Death is not the end. To walk
is this how Aglaya recruited her?
Tomorrow, we make a promise. The flame chase journey won't end with my departure.
Oh, Glea already admitting that they're gonna die.
We'll meet again on the shores of the West Wind.
Rip Tribby.
I gained inspiration from death, and should repay it in kind.
Rip Anaxa.
Golden blood from death will be shed.
Cypher. My Day. Finon.
Come with us.
I think there's a few people there. We're gonna have to look back at that scene.
Just as we have testified for you, you will be able to testify for yourself.
I think Cypher's the only one there that we haven't met yet.
I could be like all of you and embrace
I
the
wonder what's
world
going on with
before
Iceland
death
and
comes,
Sakura.
so that the souls of the world no longer weep and the city bells never cease ringing.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls.
Even if it's just once, I want to use these hands. Give a wilted flower new life.
Hey, wait, that's the scene that we ended 3.1 on.
Even if the snow eventually melts, I hope you will leave behind
A snowflake.
a snowflake for me.
That's kind of sad. Oh well. Let's start breaking this down, because there's a few different moments in there that I want to look at. Particularly, I want to break down... This actually looks like the butterfly cocoon effect that we get in the Divergent Universe, which is also tied to, I believe it's tied to the, the propagation path of all things. Does Castorice have links to the propagation? She's got this black veil on here right before she says, I am death. A black veil is synonymous with death. See Nazgul and so forth. Reaching out, I beg of you please, don't dwell in that fleeting moment between touch and farewell. Let's see. So we got Nigador here. This was actually very interesting. So we never because one of the first trailers we got for Amphorius was asking why Aquila closed their eyes. However, this is giving us more context that Aquila didn't close their eyes. Nigador pierced them. They threw a bunch of lightning spears directly into the eyes of Aquila. So in other words, Nigador killed the sun. The eyes of Aquila. And I wonder if we're going to investigate that in 3.3 with Hyacinth, since she's the one that's more or less been set up to take Aquila's core flame. So Aquila might already be dead. Or just very weakened or blinded. So that's actually kind of something that's very interesting to think about from a lore perspective. So we see all of these images here. We also actually open on the scene of her holding her friend from the other trailer that we got. Right before she puts the cloak on the gravestone. I believe these warriors might be the Kremnoans that tried to take Adonia. That was mentioned in the 3.1 story. I think that's why we see these people here. It's also mentioned that this place is hard to invade because of the constant snow. Now, I want to look at this section here. Right here, we see Aglaea's golden thread connecting her to the flame chase journey in the Chrysos air. It's actually Garment Maker leading her. That's actually a nice touch. So this statue here, I guess, is supposed to represent Aglaea's death. The flame chase journey will not end with my departure. That makes sense, and then we have this tombstone or sarcophagus with Tribios and all the Tribbies surrounding it. Emblematic, I guess you could say. See you tomorrow. Then we have this weird statue with the gash through it where we can see the stars and sky with Anaxa. Also, I don't know why, but this thingy here kind of just reminds me of Sunday's Halo. That's just a me thing, though. I don't think it actually has any significance. So this next scene here, though, I want to look more closely at. So this is definitely Maide, with the lion, the spears in his back. Ooh, look, one in his 10th thoracic vertebrae. And we have Cypher running away. Is that Hyacinth becoming an angel? And we have Finon here just standing resolute. How deliverant of you. Do we get any more of them here? We just have Aglaya, we have Cyphera, we have Finon and Exagoras, Maide, Trivios. Where's Hyacinth here? Oh, she's crouching, and this cloth thing is blocking it. She has angel wings again. Is she gonna have like an angel wing form whenever we get her as a playable character in 3.3? Because I have seen nothing or heard nothing about Hyacinth's kit, and I feel like we got more info about Hyacinth in this trailer than I thought we would ever get. Especially on a trailer that's going to be focused on Castorice. And then we have this image, which all three Tribi, Trian, and Trinan are still here, so it makes me wonder when and if and when this takes place, or if this is just purely her imagining better times. Embrace the world before death comes. And then we have this scene that we actually ended the 3.1 story cliffhanger on, which makes me kind of annoyed because we're probably not going to start the story with this scene. We're probably going to end the 3.2 story on this scene, is my personal guess. Considering the cliffhanger from 3.0's story ending, we did not cut to at all in 3.1. So these story cliffhangers, I am no longer expecting them to pick up where they left off, because that does not seem to be the kind of storytelling that they want to do. And again, Castor's touching something here constantly makes my brain and the wheels and gears turning. Can she kill a Stellaron with her touch? How far does the power of death go? Can I kill paper? What is death? What is a life? If I touch an hourglass, can I shatter it? Can she kill the batteries in my headphones? If I gave her my phone, will it be dead? How, actually, you know what? We know that she's going to have a phone, or a teleslate, I guess you could call them. And how is she going to manage to hold that without killing the battery? I wonder. Your powers of death are not so powerful, Miss Castorice. Wherefore out life without death? What is the light, if not the caster of shadow? Thanatos may have blessed you, but he did not say Gesundheit. Thus is the poem that I name Castorice. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and listening to me ramble for several minutes. This has been a very interesting trailer. I love these Golden Epic PVs. I'm sad that we didn't get like a date at the end like we did with the Trivios one, but for the most part, I'm looking forward to 3.2. We'll be pulling for Castorice, and we'll be doing it live on stream. So look forward to that but when it goes live. When it goes on YouTube, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 days after that. I'm starting to fall behind on editing already. I recorded Varissa's character story in Genshin last night, and I haven't started editing it yet. I edited a reaction as well. That'll probably be up before this. I don't know, I'll probably put this one out first, just because of the more timely nature of it. But that's all we have for now. If you'd like to know what I'm going to be doing and when I'm going to be doing it, the best way to do that would be join my Discord. You can join the Discord in the links, and the links are where the links are. I will not insult your intelligence. You can find them on your own. Or maybe I'll have an end card on this that just says where they are. Toodaloo. So long, auf Wiedersehen. And don't take a long goodbye.